We back, man. We had to take a quick break. So what you say you was?
I was asking the question about with all the stars up there, and you saying that we're the only one with humanoids, or just human period, and everything else out there just don't have. I mean, because like you say, their planet's not existing, or you can survive with that. So you're saying that there's not to say they're humans, but there's no other living creatures or beings in the stars out there at all. Period.
No. Okay,
so with that mindset of thinking that no, it's not, that means to me what you're telling me is we're the only one. Ain't nothing else out there, it's just us. If you think anything else, to me, when I hear that, and not just from you, from a lot of people, it's like closing yourself off like, no, the creator, the God, whoever you want to say, couldn't have made anything else but us. And then he was limited to just making us. Nothing else out there. I think that's just my opinion. It's a closed mindset, because when you say we're the only one, nothing else is out there, all this, and we're just the only one. I can't believe that. I can't. My mind won't let me believe it, because I believe that there's something else out there, right, more than just us. And I don't think that it was just us, that we're the top dog or whatever. Man, please, I just can't believe it. No,
I'm not saying no top dog.
Well, I'm saying that was my word of saying, but I think it's more than just us out here in this universe or whatever. I think it's more than just us. And you're saying that no, it's not. So
my question for that would be, why would you want to know if it is? Are you going to visit Pluto?
Why would I want to know? It ain't so much why I want to know, but to know is what I'm saying. To know, why I want to know is not to know. It's nice to know. Every knowledge you got in your head ain't always why you want to know, but it's nice to know. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
So
what's going on, man? Hey, listen, I know a lot of people out there are still dealing with credit issues. If you tired of being denied for a house, you tired of being denied for apartments, if you tired of constantly being denied for cars, listen, you need to holler at the credit guru, man. E. Smith with Elite Credit Connect. So if you're watching this episode, you probably thought I was just a podcaster, but now you're about to find out I'm one of the best credit repair people that there is. So listen, get out of that mode of just thinking that you can do the bare minimum to get by. Get out of that mode of thinking that you can just still pray for whatever you want, hoping that you get approved. That lets you know even prayer requires some action. So holler at me. But I got a treat for you. I got a real good thing going on right now. So I don't know if anybody's, if you got your credit repaired before, somebody probably charged you $1,000 or maybe even $500, right? But listen, I'm not gonna charge you that. If you put this code credit84 in the chat, I'm not gonna charge you $500. I'm not gonna charge you $400. Nope, not gonna charge you $300. Not even $200. If you put the code in the chat, you can literally deal directly with me, get your credit repaired. I work on your credit for at least 3 months, right? And get you, the whole objective is to get you to a 750 and above for $99. Now this is limited time offer now. You gotta holler at me while the getting is good. So put the code in the chat, credit 84. I personally be reaching out to you, and we can go ahead and get you rolling, man. So I'll be looking for you if you're looking for me. I hope you enjoy the show. I'm about to get back to work. You did.
Because Dre's saying, it's like I'm both of y'all right now at the same time. Like one side of my head is saying this, one side of my head is this. But I understand how I think. But what you saying is, knowing is, why not know? It's good to know this. I can be in a conversation with this, and I can put my input on something that I feel like I know. But you saying this is something that I'll never be able to verify. So why should I even know? It won't affect me nor, So it's like, it's almost like it's something beyond knowing anyway, because it's still gonna be based on a belief anyway. I'll never know.
So you think it's just the key word you just said was why waste your time with it?
Mm-hmm, because
I don't look at
if somebody comes, if I stop at the gas station and a joker tell me from Rock Pluto, I'm like, how the fuck you get there?
I just think I understand how Chris thinks. Because Chris don't. It's a lot of shit Chris don't even really care for.
No entertainment because it's.
But I also think it's some stuff you should care for. It'll kind of help you understand how people think. But how you think, I get it.
Because it's like, I'm like, it's
like he don't even put it. He just leave that part out. Like he don't even have a place in his mind for it. But the crazy part, when somebody say it, you so far away from it, you can't consider any other possibilities.
No, you don't.
I can't because nobody seen these planets. Nobody been to these planets. Only 2 of them can inhabit humans. One of them, the humans won't last more than 30 days. The other ones is not even landfill. It ain't nothing but balls of gases. So by me knowing this from a scientific aspect, I know nobody can live there, nobody can come from there. No plant can grow, no tree can grow, no anything.
You're
On the biblical standpoint,
but you're putting all this as a human.
Hold up.
And I'm not saying
I'm not done, Dre. I said that's a scientific standpoint. Biblical standpoint, God only made the earth.
You sounded sad with it. God only made
He only created earth with his people. So, astrological standpoint, who else made the other planets? I know how they was made.
I'm not. That's not a conversation I was going. I'll get into.
So why would I believe some shit?
Okay, now hear my perspective on it.
That's the thing I was talking about, the in-depth thing. My belief, what I think.
Hear my perspective. You said, like you just said, you got real sass with God only made the earth.
That was
I don't. So who made everything else then? If he only made the earth, who made everything else?
Have it been proven
We
that
don't
it's
know.
even out there?
I know when I look up, I know I see more than just the earth. I know it's something out there.
The space. That's why it's called space.
And there are other planets out there.
Have you ever seen them?
No, but if you go with your scientific, they say they out there, Chris. So you gonna go with scientific? They said, have you been to Pluto?
They say,
yeah.
I ain't been.
But you just
and the person that said it ain't been either.
You just validated by using everybody what they said.
Anybody been to Mercury?
Hold up. Okay, but listen what you're saying, Chris. You're saying that they say that this planet's not habitable. And you can't you're using those facts to make your point. But now I'm saying, so have they been there? No, they probably haven't been there. But have they saw it?
You're using the same. You're using
the same logic.
You're using their education
to know that I'm smarter than that, to not to believe there's some bullshit out there.
No. What I'm saying is, based on the reason you think that it don't make sense for it to exist, you're using their education. You're using like
what's been told to him.
I said they
what's been told to him.
Yeah, what's been told to you.
They say that was it.
What's been told to you.
So I'm supposed to believe everything that's said to me.
You obviously are.
That's the question.
I'm not. They saying it is. I said I don't care if it is or not. I don't care.
Now we're different. You're talking about what you care about. I'm not talking about what you care about, Chris. That's not even how you thought out what you care about. What I'm saying to you, and then you just validate what he said. If you don't care, it's like it's obsolete. It don't matter. He got you on that one. But the point I'm saying is, Chris, you was actually using what they say.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you ain't been. I ain't been on no planets. You ain't been on, but you use that like you can't go on Mercury. You're Pluto. You using all that to make a fact. But to me, you kind of going against the grain. How can you say all that? But then you say you ain't been in none of those. You don't even know if they exist or not, really. So my thing is, but you use facts though. You just use facts.
I just use facts, but what they say, that don't mean what they say I have to believe.
You obviously do. You just use facts.
I did not.
Oh my God! Am I here?
Am I talking too fast?
No, obviously I'm not listening good enough.
No,
you use facts as if it was you can't go on this planet. This a gas ball. Did you not use all those facts?
I just said that because, like you said, they said that. Does that mean I have to believe it?
Ignorant or something. I must be real. Because
hold on, let's relax.
Do I have to believe it?
Let me see. Let me try to see.
If you use facts, that means you do believe in something. They saying. Did you not just use those facts to make a point? Yes or no? It's just yes or no. Did you not just use those facts to make a point?
Was I able to finish my?
Oh, so now it got to be more extensive.
But no, it's not. I used though because they say this. Because you were saying, well, do any other somebody else got to be out there? But what they say is those planets are inhabitable.
So you believe what they say, right?
No, I was saying that ain't nobody else out there because of what they say about the planets. But because they say that, that don't mean I necessarily believe it. So that's why I don't care about it.
So, but all right, not so nowadays. All right, so let me ask you this: would you agree that you, or do you see anything that you believed in, maybe the majority of your life, that you seeing that it probably may be some bullshit because it don't make sense no more?
Aliens, that's one of them. There's a lot of things that you grow up and then when you
gotcha
study and shit, like, man, this shit don't make no sense. Ain't no way this possible.
Right. But
you see,
if what I'm saying
you can
is,
find a dinosaur bone, but you can't find Moses' burial site.
right, you're putting two things. You're trying to make sense out of what if something you comparing something to something that's like can't nobody verify. Like no human can verify what God really is. What these grave sites said, the people in the Bible, stuff like that.
That was a joke, but I'm just saying it don't.
I get what
you could tell me, but why should I believe it? Because you tell me.
But what we
I told you I went bowling
now.
last night, but I was asleep. So you gonna believe I went bowling?
I'm not gonna make a choice on did you did it or not. It's not,
I can tell you anything.
Exactly.
Just because I tell you don't mean you have to believe
what I'm saying. If you ask me something and I say, well, no, I don't think so. I don't believe that it, blah blah blah, and I start throwing out facts of what I've been told, I know, whatever, whatever from whoever I learned it from. That's telling me that you believe in what you literally believe in what they say because you're using their facts.
That was against that, Drake. Jesus. Never mind.
It was against what?
Next question.
Do you hear me what I'm saying to you right now? If you come to me and say something, I throw out facts to validate what my beliefs or what I'm saying. That means that I must believe in what those facts, because I'm throwing the facts out, right? And whatever. That's what he just did, but he's now turning it around like as if that's what they say. But you believe in what they say because you're validating about your. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with them. I believe that there is something more out there. I believe that just because we don't see the planet, I believe that there's other planets out there that we don't see in our telescopes or whatever. And I believe that there's some other form of life out there. Are they humans? No, they're not humans. There's something else. That's what I believe. But you're putting on a human can't say I didn't say anything about a human. I believe that there's more out there than that we see every day. I don't see air. I don't see air. But I know that there air is there because in fact I don't see that. Do I have faith in certain things? Certain things I do, certain that I don't. But because I don't see it, don't necessarily mean it does not exist. I don't see it.
But all right. Now I see what Chris is saying. But Chris,
you can laugh like you don't prove the point to me. But to me, you ain't proving no points. Because you being sarcastic. But go ahead, bro.
But you said open-minded.
Listen,
I'm very open-minded. I am.
Perspectives.
You're not. I am.
Listen. We still, let's relax, man. We still shooting the podcast, and I think this is the reason why people get, they probably get more upset about why other people think the way they think. The only thing is, we contradict ourselves most of the time when we talk. So what we're doing is we hear the contradiction. But what you saying, now you can correct me if I'm wrong. If you was to believe that there is some outside of us, you really have no reason to believe it because you don't really have any other facts other than what they told you. If you use what they told you, that contradicts the whole thing. Basically is what he's saying. So he's saying, even the stuff that they've told us, how can they tell us this and tell us there's life on other planets when they've already taught us that there's no life on other planets? Like that, like the science they give contradicts aliens. But you don't. So here's what most people do. This is what I'm saying. I don't believe everything that they told us that contradicts why this make believe. If I believe aliens exist, it's not because of what they believe. I have more of I've dug deeper, maybe to maybe 50% of a spiritual sense, and the other 50 is based on physics, but metaphysics. See, this is where you get into other things. Like we can talk about what we believe all day, but how can you say, what can you say to substantiate what you believe? That's why I don't really like to believe nothing until I get something that makes sense to me to where, is this something I use every day?
Yeah,
Like,
I get that point. I understand that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's where more Chris come from. If there's not anything validated or scientifically or physical, I understand where you're coming from. I did not one time say you were wrong, Chris. You have never heard me say that. What I'm telling you is me, Andre Hearn, believe that there's more out there than just us. That's my whole thing. It ain't gotta be no human. It ain't gotta be this certain planet. I don't base it on that. I just believe that there's more than just us. That's my belief. And I understand you don't believe it because you haven't seen it. I understand that, Chris. Half the world is like that. If I ain't seen it, it ain't true. I get you on that. I truly believe it. And I believe you sort of kind of like that, but you kind of can see how another person may think like that. So I understand you too. But my only point is, just because I haven't seen it, just because it ain't been validated and kind of factual, does not mean it does not exist.
But the thing is, just because you believe it doesn't mean it exists.
Right. So it's on, and you keep laughing like you proving a point.
I'm not.
He always
said contradiction.
No. I'm saying,
Don't
Chris.
pay me no mind.
Chris, what I'm telling you is, like
say.
I said, I have an open mind, and that to the fact that you're right. Just because I believe don't necessarily mean it's true, but just because it hasn't been proven doesn't mean it's not true. So we can go both ways on it. It's not, and it's not the point that nobody's right or wrong. It's just like you said, it's a belief. That's what I believe. And I've always, when I hear people who say they don't believe it, it fascinates me to hear them say that.
But let me ask you a question: does it bother you?
That's what it's bothering me because I think it's Chris being Chris. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I be laughing what bothers me.
No, yeah, the little smirk and all that. As if he don't prove the point. And that's what gets me. Like,
that's what used to bother me. Now I know that it don't bother me no more because I had to listen.
And it used to bother me, but
figure
it's
this out about you. I'm like, man, I don't think I can do too many podcasts until I understand this. Now I really do get it now, and I don't. I'll sit here and try to really understand what you're saying because it's like because I may be doing something wrong. Real talk. Because if I'm not understanding you, that means that maybe I don't understand people as well as I think I do. Because there's other people that think like you. And you'll be frustrated. You'll be like, what the fuck? But that's how they really, and I'll be like, man, and they ain't playing. When you find out they ain't playing, what the fuck it's just like a killer. What makes a killer? You got the mind of a killer. You got the mind. No. I'm not saying literally killer, but you got a mind of a person that I would say, what? How do you even think like that? Like, just like a killer. Like, what will make you get up and think that? Not in no bad way. Well, maybe a little bit, but I'm saying it's like just like when we was at the restaurant and you said I'm up here trying to tell you what I'm saying and you wouldn't let me tell you. You went off what you thought, and I was like, Chris, what are you? Where's the discount? I'm trying to give you the Mexican restaurant. When he said don't say his kids or anybody.
Oh yeah.
I didn't, Chris. No, I don't want to. No. Listen,
I'll reenact
I'm just making an example.
Yeah.
I'm saying any other person that I know probably would have. Okay, I get what you're saying. I don't like it, but I get why you said it. You didn't give a fuck. You're supposed to know what I mean when I think.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what. I don't.
That's kind of one of them, this new age pronoun bullshit thing. But I don't ride at that.
I wasn't doing the pronoun bullshit.
I know you wouldn't, but it was just like when it came up, maybe anybody. Hold on, my kids ain't anybody, motherfucker.
But why? Okay, so this my question is, why would you think that I would, like, you know me?
Yeah, I wasn't saying that you would say anything derogatory towards
But you put me in the category as anybody else, and I'm not anybody. So I can use that same logic. Why would you think I mean anything other than this?
Saying I just said don't refer to them as anybody. That's what I was saying.
You feel we had something that
I'm trying to get him to see something.
Yeah, but
I get what you're saying, but it's not.
And just like go back and say, it's certain way he's gonna pick, and nobody really gonna change his mind on that. So, and that's where you have to understand. Like you said, you have to understand who you're talking about.
But I'm also asking him. Like I'm really trying to understand.
Yeah, because it was
my thing. But you see, you contradicted yourself right there. Because you said
just don't call them anybody.
But I'm not anybody either. And you're talking to somebody that get what you're saying. But you know why I wouldn't say
said Eric. But I understand I didn't understand what y'all trying to get to. But I was just saying, you did anybody. No, they ain't anybody. No, ain't.
I just
Because
always
anybody
thought
can be
he's not
asshole.
one of the greatest listeners, but that's just my opinion of Chris.
I'm thinking. I actually think he listens a lot of the time. He will just disagree with like whatever his
what he hear,
yeah his mind is already set on what he think is there. It's like you would be the perfect candidate for a therapist. Like with somebody.
I'm laughing.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I'm laughing. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry,
it's the main person that don't think they need it. Yeah, I need him. And I ain't even saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
I run therapists out of the room on purpose.
It's not a bad thing. That's the problem. People think seeing a therapist is a bad thing. It's really not.
Yeah. I run by because if somebody,
you know why?
If somebody send me to therapy,
to me, people who fight against it is not willing to accept they have problems. That's just my opinion. They're not willing to accept that they have issues and problems. And if you do that, that means if you go talk to a therapist, that means you accept it. And it's hard for some people to accept that they have problems.
Right.
So and I think that we all have them. I think everybody has problems.
So why would you wait till you have a problem to go talk to a therapist?
Why wait? That's the key. So you have to listen to your words specifically.
You just
why
said
wait?
it.
No, you just said why wait?
Why
when
wait?
you realize
If you know you got a problem, why wait to go see him?
Now hear me out. When you realize, see, because everybody don't wake up and say, "Damn, I got a problem."
Right.
When you realize, don't use the word. That's the word. Wait is not realize. When you realize that you have a problem, and once you acknowledge and realize it, then you go seek help.
Okay, so you wake up that morning and realize you got a problem. You gonna call for a therapist that day?
Yeah. Some people, a lot of people will. If you can't, I said, if your phone's gonna let you go see it today, you should go do it. If your phone said, "Well, you know what, you have to wait till Tuesday," then you go Tuesday. So when you realize you do it, Chris. Now you want to switch my words up because you want to be right. You go ahead, but I just say it when you realize. Not wait, realize.
Okay, so my thing is, if you realize you got some wrong stuff,
what they do.
Don't you fix it yourself before you go to a therapist?
You can't fix every problem yourself, bro. Not every problem in your life you can fix yourself. Not mentally. Not to me. Not to me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but
I mean, you just said you realize. Can't you work on yourself?
You can work
before you go.
But you're if you had motherfucking lawnmower, but you ain't got no hedge clippers.
I ain't cutting that grass.
What I'm saying is, if it's something I can't do, I can mow the grass. If I had some hedge clippers, I'd cut them, but I don't. So now I'm gonna go hire somebody to do it. It's some things you can't do by yourself.
Some things
so
you
I
can't.
can. I've gotten this area. So when, like, even realizing, even if you can't fix it yourself, you can't fix it until you realize you got the problem.
That's the key word. Realize.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
not wait. Not wait. Realize.
But everybody methods of doing it, man. But until you, this is the perfect damn example and show of how the fact that how somebody thinks they missing a whole nother piece to make it make sense to them. You asking the question, why would I wait until I got a problem? Most people don't know they got a problem.
They don't realize they have a problem.
And they don't know they got a problem until somebody else either pointed out or somebody else probably get hurt by what they doing. If I'm the only person getting affected, but I could be an alcoholic for real. I still go to work every day. It ain't nobody around me complaining.
Called functional alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But until you lose something, that's when you realize, okay, I might need to. And if you can't change it, shit, man.
And when you've been doing something for so long, for so long of a time in your life, it gets to a point where it's going to be harder for you. The longer you do it, it's going to be harder for you to see a problem.
It's a part of who you are.
It's a part of it's your part of your DNA. So you don't see a problem until, like you just said, something dramatic happened or something that makes you realize, damn, I've been doing it so long now. I don't think I can or really want to stop, but I need help. I need some help. That's when you seek help, when you realize a certain intervention or whatever. That's when you realize, not when you won't. That's not the word. Realize. And that's what I was trying to say. You was using the word won't. I'm saying realize. People got problems every day. I think everybody got a problem every day. Some can solve them themselves, some can't. The ones that can't, you've been doing so long, you don't know how to, that's when you seek help. That's all I'm saying.
Some people don't even see a therapist because they probably have a problem. So it's almost like 20 different things that most people go to therapists for. And one of them is they don't know how to make, like they need help trying to make a decision on like, all right, I'm like career changes and shit like that is like hard for people. And now they need to see a therapist because they don't know if they're making the right decision. And some people need to know it's other people that go through this that kind of helps them. It ain't the fact that
But an average person would be like, they like somebody like,
Right.
they ain't
Because
hard.
you're not in their mindset.
Yeah,
It's a mind.
yeah.
Whatever they went through, it created a mindset.
Yeah.
And now that's how they think.
I get certain parts like therapy. Some things is self-help and some things is counseling.
But it may be something you went through, or some just a period of time to make you think the way you think. I'm saying you're no exception.
No, I ain't saying me. I'm not accepting anything. But I'm saying
You ain't saying you. I'm saying you.
Oh, you think I need therapy?
I ain't saying I think. I ain't saying that. I'm saying you may not have realized it yet. I'm saying the
Ask
way.
me that question. Ask me that question.
So
Do I think that? Hell, damn, yes.
What therapy I need?
Chris, the trip about this, I don't know every problem with you, but I know from my perspective, seeing it from my eyes, yeah, I think you need some therapy.
For
I do.
Yeah, I'm asking too. What
what?
What you think?
What I think he need therapy?
Yeah, what
For
you
what?
think?
Well, first of all, now let me stop. Make sure I answer this correctly and stop saying the wrong things. I think that you need. I think.
Fuck you in the clique you playing.
You think I'm gonna make you a goddamn Tupac song right now? I'm gonna get in your head because I really want to hear this because I guarantee he's gonna say sit true. I guarantee it. What?
But you asking me what my beliefs is, Chris. I think you do need therapy.
For what?
What's all your deep inner problems? I can't really separate and say, bro. I really can't.
What
But
deep inner problems?
I just think that the way you think, your mindset.
No,
is not
what do I
always-
need to go to therapy
I
for?
just said one more time. All your deep inner problems, I don't know all of them. So to say that
You still ain't said what I need to go for.
God damn. Okay. Well, you don't need to go, Chris. You're perfect. Your mind is.
I didn't say I was
your
perfect.
mindset is so perfect, brother.
I
We
just
need to write a
said-
book about it. Help other people.
I just said name one thing.
Okay, I just changed it, Chris. How about I can change it?
You said my
you don't need
personal deep
no,
issues,
Chris,
and you said, but I don't
Are you hear me
Ain't
out?
contradictory.
No, hear me out. I don't know your deep inner problems.
So what I need to go for?
So you don't need to go.
know.
You don't need to go. How about that? You don't need to go. I'm
Jesus
wrong.
Christ.
I'm wrong. You're perfect. Okay, brother. Your
I
mindset is
didn't say I was
perfect.
perfect.
I didn't say you said. I just said that. To ease us out, you're perfect. You don't need no help, Chris. You're great,
hold
man. You're great. We don't need help. Not you, Chris.
Stop.
Damn.
All right, so hold on. Let me mediate this one real quick. Now, Chris did. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't say he was perfect.
I didn't say you was.
But if you make the claim, if you got to bear the burden of proof. If you say he
And I
needs
just
to go,
changed it. Just changed it. Because I realized I can't go in deep because I don't know Chris inner problems. So I can't say that. So I changed it. I have no problem coming off what I said. I'm wrong.
you think
don't.
he needs her?
No, he said I need therapy. I asked him
just
to bring one thing I need therapy for.
So he just asked you now, do you think you need therapy?
No.
he didn't ask me.
He just asked you.
I asked you, do he think you need her?
You think I need therapy?
Damn right. Goddamn thinking I need therapy.
Okay. And guess what? Guess what, Chris? I ain't gonna fight you on it. And you might be right. See, let's think about the difference between you and
That was sarcastic.
It may
You
be, but
should
Chris,
know
guess
that.
what though? My point is, I have no problem with acknowledging the fact that I may need some help. I think that, and I just said a minute ago, some people don't have problem with saying that they need help mentally.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm not one of those people. I think that I know from some of the traumas I've went through in my life that I've acted out on them, not knowing. Now, the fact I get older and start seeing things, I do need some therapy. I know I need
That's fine. I've never speed upon my own therapy. You were. So that's why I asked you name one thing where I need to go to therapy
That's
for.
why I changed it and said, I don't know. So I don't know if you need therapy. How about that? I just said that.
But you do. Not the only thing the thing is about, like Chris didn't know you was gonna say that. Like you said that, and he don't know what you think that he needs to get
And I
therapy.
changed because I don't know his deep therapy, so I don't know if he needed it or not. So I came off of that. So one more time, I'm letting that go. I'm off of that. I don't know if Chris needed it. I don't know his inner traumas or whatever going on with him. So I don't know if he needed it. I guess I was projecting, as y'all would say, because I know that most people, to me, have went through some kind of trauma and not have dealt with them well, and I think that they need therapy. Do I know if Chris? I'm wrong. I don't know if Chris needs it. Now ask Chris. Do he think he needs therapy?
But here's the thing.
Do you need therapy?
How you don't know I've not already had counseling of some sort?
I didn't. Did I ask? I just asked you. Do you?
So if I done already did that and no longer need it, so if I say no, you would tell me I'm lying.
I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I just asked you a question.
Because you don't know the backstory.
I just asked you a question. I didn't.
Exactly.
I'm not here to call you a liar. I just said, do you think you need therapy?
Like I said, if I tell you no, you would say I'm wrong.
I'm not going.
Because you don't know if I have done it before, previously,
I'm not gonna
or
say
not.
you're wrong.
And so now I'm done with it.
If you don't
That's
think
the
you,
reason we
if you
having a
think you don't, if you don't think you need
conversation in the
therapy,
first
how am I gonna say you're wrong? I'm not gonna
Because
say.
I've been told you I don't need no therapy.
Okay, there you go. That's the end of the question. Then you don't need therapy. You good.
I told you I'm fine. I done got with peace and solitude. I told you I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, there you go. I'm not calling you no liar. I said, okay, cool. You don't think you need it? Cool. No problem.
I think we done got all the way off track.
You think?
Yeah, we got way.
Do you think you need therapy?
Yeah, and not, but again, until something doesn't work for me no more, that's when I'll go and seek it.
Yeah.
But the therapy that I get, I listen to people, whether it's, it ain't got to be in front of them. Like, I make sure I'm listening to something that's gonna change, put me in the mindset that I need to be in. So I give myself that therapy that I need, even if it's talking to myself or if I'm listening. It's certain things I listen to. Now, am I opposed to it? No, because if I'm talking to somebody, sometimes that's therapy. Realizing something that you need to apply to your life is therapy. It don't matter who it comes from.
Yeah.
Do I think I need to go and pay for it? If I get to that point where I think I need to, I'll do it. But I'm on the right track. I feel like, but I'm the best thing about what I'm realizing now is that I love being imperfect, because it shows your human side. I admit, and I can hold on to it. And as soon as I feel like I am affecting somebody, that's why I don't like, if somebody who they are, you can call them stubborn, you can call them set in their ways, whatever the case may be. If it works for them, it works for them.
Yeah.
It's really your job to understand them. It's certain conversations I'm not going to even give into Chris or you or her, because I understand you so much that, nigga, your blood pressure could go up if you just, how long y'all been knowing each other? 20-something years, nigga, you don't know that yet. But most people will look at y'all like, oh, that's cute. They love arguing with each other. Nigga, that's actually frustrating to always be arguing over how y'all think. Ain't nobody, it's just how y'all think. But
that's why I be laughing sometimes.
The crazy part about it is, I know what he's saying and I know what you're saying. Neither one of y'all are wrong, but neither one of y'all are right either. Because it's like, y'all know too much about each other, but yet still not trying to completely understand each other. And I'm only saying it because once I really understand something, it don't have the same effect on me no more. I really understand it now, and I wanted to. I'm being honest with you, Chris. I would really like, because how he feel right now, that's where I was. Like, I was like, I think I'm at that frustration point with you, that where I don't feel like I can talk to you like this. Like, I gotta learn how to talk to you.
No, it's not a frustration point. It is
about me. I'm telling you, me. I had to. It's one little thing I had to understand about you. For me to be like,
it's almost like,
okay,
nigga, you gonna believe what I believe, and I don't want to hear what you gotta say.
Never will I ever do that.
That's what I'm talking about right there. It's like,
do you take it like that?
No,
like
no,
if I'm telling you something.
No. The thing about it is, I've always been open to what y'all say, right? But my rebuttal, for some reason, would rack y'all fucking nerves. I don't know if it was the way it was brought out, or whatever, or where it was said and things like that. But it's
Eric, you made a point that it's my blood pressure. I have gotten way better than I used to do with Chris. Because Chris, now this right here.
Yeah, you just did it. You really have to.
But I promise you, bro. I promise you.
You have been doing. That's what I'm trying to. What is it?
So my thing is, but Dre, listen. You have to understand. No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I know. I realize who I'm talking to. And I feel like by him, and when he's laughing, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know what he's doing. And so my thing is, yeah, bring it right there, because you got to know who like I said, you got to know who you talking to with me. You got to know who you talking to him. Right. So when you realize who you talking to, it should never. And don't get me wrong, I relapsed. Yeah, but I'm back. I know what. Like I said, I believe me. However you think, go ahead, brother. You think the way you think.
Let me ask you the question. Hold on. Let me ask you the question. Why is it you can have a conversation with a person, be it me or anybody else? You don't understand what they saying mid-conversation, but after the conversation, you finally get what they were saying.
So, have you ever, or why?
Mm-hmm. Like mid-conversation, you didn't understand the conversation what somebody was saying, but after the conversation later, you thought about, damn, that's what they was talking about.
You got to let them.
Why couldn't you get it during mid-conversation? Why did it take after the conversation to understand what they were saying?
Because you need all context. I'm like that. I'll say something. I know you're gonna disagree with me halfway through, but if you let me finish, I can bring it back for you so you can understand it. If I'm saying something that you don't make sense, and I think most people that know how to communicate, you probably ain't gonna agree with the first half of what they finna say.
No.
Especially when you're trying to make a point.
No, I didn't say agree. I said understand. Like you having a conversation. Just say, for instance, me and you had a 30-minute conversation.
Hold on,
right?
can I repeat back to you what you just said? You said, why does it take me the whole conversation? You was like, why is it that halfway through, like, in other words, why do I have to hear everything that you're saying? Because halfway through I already understood.
That's not what I said.
That's not what you said?
No.
All right, what you say?
I said, why is it people can have a conversation, midway through that conversation, you have no idea what that person meant. After the conversation is over with, time go by, now you realize what that person was talking about.
That's what he said.
You said, why is it?
Yeah, why did it take you way after the conversation to understand what the person was saying as opposed to understanding mid-conversation?
I think you gotta ask yourself that. I think it's based on your
talking to
understanding.
me.
No,
I was asking a question.
I'm talking as well.
You said
I can only answer it if I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but
Who is it coming from? The person that's giving it or the person that's receiving it?
No, it don't matter.
It's just
It's just a general question. You having a conversation with somebody, right? Y'all done talked 30 minutes. You don't understand nothing that person said. You got home later and then realized, oh, that's what they were talking about.
No, you did say midway.
Yeah,
You did say
I did say midway, yeah.
So if
You still don't know.
to answer my question on that midway, because in general, now, I'm not talking about split. In midway, you haven't let that person completely put that thought out,
Yeah.
and then once the thought can get out, remember that in midway you disagree with, then you get home later.
Nobody no disagree.
No, okay, well, but you get home later and you think about the entire thought.
That's what they was talking
and
about.
there you go. There you go. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Let them finish. Or you get off.
So I get that. So later on, you be like, okay, that's what blah blah was trying to say, blah whatever.
Yeah.
So I get that. Yeah, and people do that. A lot of people do that. But
I do it, but like that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like if
Yeah.
I'm saying something to you, I'm when I start off, I know you're gonna disagree. But once I tell you why I'm saying it or why I think this way, then it'll make sense to you. Like that, I do that on purpose.
and actually, you've done it, and I had to think about what you were talking about in a whole. And later on, I'll call you up and say we are, because I know you, But I say, okay, that's the point Chris was trying to get to. I've done that. I've done it with him a lot of time. That's the point Eric was trying to get to. Not at the time it was being said,
Yeah,
but
so
you come back around to. So yeah, I've done it. Yeah.
So back to now, I'll use that word understanding. So if it was trying to get understanding, couldn't that understanding been
Been
kind of
right
doing the conversation?
That's why I
did it
say
take
it's
you
based
later?
on your understanding. But that's what I'm saying is who are we speaking? What perspective we're speaking from? Because I probably can get it right then, but it might take you till you get home.
So that's what
Like
I'm saying.
both of us can be listening to some lyrics right now, and this nigga just gave a whole triple entendre, and I got it. You had to wait 2-3 days, like,
So so the question with that is on what you're saying is the person who didn't catch it off the bat, is there some kind of, is it a judgment call because they didn't catch it?
It's how they think. Everything I just said is certain words that stood out to you, and it's certain
I
words
call
that stood
them
out
trigger
to
words.
you.
Yeah, I call them trigger words, but I just say
It's for a person to get them to take trick words to me. That means you ain't listening.
No.
As opposed to listen to the whole thing.
No, I think
That's it to me.
Okay.
When
I
you
don't-
use words,
I
you
don't-
want to use the word trick word. As opposed to listen to what you were saying, he took one
Yeah,
word.
I guess I shouldn't.
Yeah.
He took one word
My
and
bad.
went off that
My
one
bad.
word
I
as
shouldn't have
opposed to
said
the whole
trigger. I
sentence.
shouldn't have said trigger.
That is my point.
But no, that ain't what I meant. That ain't what
I know that what you
but
meant.
I shouldn't use trigger.
I know that what you meant, but as opposed to the
people
whole
that use-
sentence,
But people that listen to
took
trigger words,
one
they use
word.
the trigger word.
I'm
you
trying to
just
come off
did.
that.
Okay. See
That's what I'm
that? See
saying.
that's
There goes the misunderstanding right there. As opposed to
No,
listen to the
right.
whole sentence,
Okay.
you only listen to one word.
But you're not in my
I didn't say
opinion.
my
No, listen. Okay, and I'll be the first one to say I just said I'm trying to come off that. But I think that
Don't tag me with it now. You did it. Don't tag me
I
with it.
just said it.
No, no.
I said now. I'm
Okay.
saying
Well,
I'm
leave me
saying
alone,
I'm
'cause I
saying
didn't do
I
it.
don't think that you're a very great listener.
I'm a great listener because
know
I
you
listen
think
to the
that.
whole conversation and not just
no, you
one
cut off.
word.
You can't
I
say
told-
that. You
Quit
can't
trying to
say-
attack me,
You
dude.
can't say
Talk to
that
the
when you
camera.
cut off people. How you say you listen to the whole thing when you cut off majority of everybody who's talking?
Because I listened to the sentence. I didn't listen to one word.
How can you say you listen to the entire conversation when you're the biggest person that cut people off? You can't say that. We got facts on this. We got video of you cutting a lot of people off. So you can't say you listen to everything. You can't say that, Chris. You cannot say that.
My ears ain't big for nothing.
I think y'all relationship.
I honestly think that when my thing is people
You just
to
cut
me
Eric off.
people. Oh, I'm sorry, but my thing is but you do it consistently, so you should know. But my point is people are not willing to accept any of their own faults but they're quick to judge someone else. People, I say people, people. Y'all just hit me with something that I do. And when you said it, both of y'all said at the same time, yes, I do that. I am trying to come off that. I'm willing to accept any of my faults. You rarely hear certain individuals who are willing to accept their fault. When they do, it's always, okay, yeah, but let's go past that.
Right.
That's something that I know the individuals do. I'm not the individual.
But I also think, I ain't saying that you're wrong. It's y'all though. I think it like, I think during this conversation, I don't know if Chris may have got it or not, but like right then it was going to be another example of somebody pointing out something, but you're doing it too. In other words, what you just said, the person didn't hear it, like they didn't hear it right then, or trigger words. I'm saying everybody do it. Like some things you think you may not have a problem with, but you don't realize everybody do it. It's not even a problem. Everybody do it. But everybody just do it in different ways. So what I'm saying is, what you just said to him, because of how you saying it and the way that you're saying it, and it's always he feel like you attacking him, he's never gonna listen to you. Even though you may be hitting, you may be going somewhere because you know him probably more than probably most people. But it's the way you do it, and so he's not listening because that's the type of person he is too. I ain't finna. What the fuck I need to listen to somebody telling me about me? I know about me. But midway through the conversation, I'll probably be to say something, or somebody can be to say. What I'm saying is, how is it? We gotta start having more conversations to just try to understand. I don't want to argue with you because now I feel like if I gotta argue with you, like I can't even talk to you about this no more. Let me just not even talk to you about it. Like, and I don't want to do that. So let me try to understand it. So if we do go there, shit, it's better for me to joke about it rather than be serious with you. It's just some things I'm just not gonna be serious with you with if I feel like we ain't gonna go nowhere. And like I said, and then we can't argue all day. We're trying to, like, the point of the show is to get people to understand if you was to come on this show and you got a way of thinking, you got 3 people here that think totally different. When you get on this show, you may get challenged with a question because somebody don't understand how you think. But then you're gonna have somebody else that's gonna come behind, maybe mediate everything, and then you're gonna have somebody else that's gonna kind of challenge you a little bit. So don't be scared to come on the show. But if all 3 of us here, it's gonna feel like a roller coaster if we get into these type of conversations. So people that like these type of conversations, this may be the perfect place for you to come.
And it's not an argument.
I promise we're gonna leave it in the room. We're gonna still love
I'm
each other.
gonna find it funny.
But also, okay, all right, and that's a good segue. Can I segue into something else?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Remember we was I sent a message and I was saying I went. And first of all, make sure I say this on this before I even said, we're never bashing a gender, ever, on here. Because we know that society has, whatever, men, women, whatever you want to call yourself, hey, so we're not on here doing that. But we do also know that people from their own gender, they think differently than another gender, So I'm going to say that with saying that it was asked about, who do you think in a relationship, in a man and woman relationship, who is the what was the question? Who is more, I guess, genuinely loving the other individual? Do you think a man is or a woman is? And then when I posed this, the guy said a man is genuinely, I guess, loving than a woman. And he said the reason why, because men are not asking for a lot. When a woman is in a man, she's really, she has a certain demand of what she expects from a man. Emotional stability, money, all this, that, and that. Whereas a man's not asking that of a woman. A man just asking a woman to understand where he comes from, just basically. Maybe.
You sure that's how it was asked, though? Was it asked like that?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how it was asked. Because I said what's name, and so maybe I'm putting it wrong, but would you agree with me on that, though, from a man's perspective?
It's conditional and unconditional.
That's
a man is
conditional, unconditional. You're right.
Unconditional and conditional.
Okay. So rephrase the question.
That's totally true because.
Hold on. Let him ask again.
Yeah. Unconditional, and conditional. That's the question that was posed. So who do you think? And I guess a man is more unconditional, and a woman is more conditional. Mm-hmm. And would you agree with that, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
And why? Mm-hmm. Why you feel like that?
The man is only love under condition because his wife gonna expect certain things, his kids gonna expect certain things, his family gonna expect certain things. But when it come to him, you supposed to. That's why men get ties and socks for Father's Day.
That's a straight flag.
Yeah, trust me. Out of all he busted,
I agree with you totally. Yeah, I agree with that.
He only gonna receive their love under the condition he do something for them. But when it's time to be reciprocated, well, thank you. Here go a pair of socks.
And we're not bashing a gender, a woman, or whatever. It's just that it's our perspective of how we see it. And when we do have these conversations, I would love for a woman to be here to say their perspective on anything different than what we're saying. But from us or from me, I agree with Chris. It's conditions for a woman, and it's really unconditional for a man.
And I don't give a damn because even if the provider runs out, she decide the love goes with that. Your funds are in. Guess what? The love for you ends. So if that ain't conditions, shit, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I actually posed the question, man. What is like I be really, you don't even think about this until you see like people do it. I be seeing like, people go up to women and they got this long list of the things that they want in a man. So you gotta treat his mama right. You gotta be loving. It gotta be this. Gotta be that. Gotta have money. Gotta be this. All these things. And you as a man, you probably got like 2 things on the list. Like one. And I ask myself like, damn, I really don't require that much. You don't have to be the finest motherfucker in the world. You don't have to make more money than me. You don't have to. I don't even know what you don't have to. I just know what the one thing that I need you to do.
I just need you to care and respect me and love me the way I would do you.
So
that's it.
So with that one thing, if this all I need, but I love you through the bullshit, I guess it is kind of unconditional on the man's side.
Yeah.
Because if I lose one of them things with a woman, and that's why I always say, you can't expect to throw your weight around if you ain't business.
You can't throw your weight where you ain't got no weight.
You can't. Right. Right.
Yeah. So.
Boy, put that on the shirt. Boy, you can't throw your weight around if you ain't got no weight.
Yeah. So,
write that down.
Hit that round nose with that one.
And then he gonna wear it to the gym.
Way up. Yeah, on the back, way up. But it makes sense though, and you totally right what you just said. Like, was like you said, if you ain't done nothing all long, you might not even get them socks. And it's based on your actions of what you have done as a man.
And sometimes it just. Do you think a man can do too less or too much?
Too less or too much? Oh, good question. Oh.
I mean, yeah.
I guess you can, Chris. Yeah.
But when you say that he can, who's the judge of what's too less and what's too much?
That woman. Her.
So
exactly.
Who to say I didn't do enough? Her. So if I know what I've done, why should I worry about what somebody else judging about me?
I'm not saying worry, but if you're in a relationship with that individual, I'm not even saying worry about it, but they thought do matter.
Yeah, but they thought matter because sometimes you can do just enough. If it's you and your kid's mom, y'all still together, you can do whatever you're able to do every year. Sometimes you can do this extravagant. Sometimes you ain't able to do it this. But your one day appreciation, would you just like some mediocre stuff? Just wake me up with a kiss that I love you or something. That's a Father's Day gift to me.
Me too.
It's not you don't have to go out and spend bukus of money like we're gonna do for Mother's Day and all that.
Yeah.
To me, the appreciation, I don't give a damn that them come home from work one day. Dad, let me put your boots up. Thank you, son.
Okay.
So some kind of appreciation.
But as from the man perspective, or what I think is, if I done this year and when able to do this year, or whatever, the one thing that should matter is consistency of that I am doing something. That I'm trying. The consistency,
Bro,
that I am.
Something.
You see me doing something every, whatever. It's consistent. It ain't about how good I done or how less I done it, but you see me doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's what to me it should be the most important part of the thing.
To me, that what should be respected and acknowledged.
Yeah, that's what should be.
Dog,
Yeah. But this year he didn't,
But damn.
That's the bull. Then we still dealing with a mindset. Because a woman that will do that, bro, you die. Yeah, you need to die. Like
we're not bashing him. We're not bashing him.
Hold on, you talking about him or her?
let me calm down.
Yeah,
I just got triggered.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Let me calm down. I just got upset. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to. The shit that you see now on the internet, dog, and the internet ain't real, but some of this shit is real. A woman, dude went up to these two girls, and he asked one, would you take, if somebody offered you, all right, you got two options. You can either take $40 million, or you can let your man take $400 million.
I saw that.
One girl said, give me the $40 million. The other girl said, give my man the $400 million.
Yeah.
The other girl, she was set on what she said. She was like, why you this, that, and the other? He ain't gonna do nothing but going this, that, and the other. She said, you right. And agreed with the bitch. That was an example of how you got single friends, your gal, they gonna listen to this bitch, and now she come back with the same mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You just told somebody how to deal with their man that don't have a man. Most women are messed up because of their friends. Women are fucked up, bro. Now, do we get around each other and tell you to leave your woman?
Hell no.
We don't even talk about it.
You need to fix yourself and stay with your woman.
I'm sorry, it's turned into a woman bashing.
It's not. I promise it's not.
It kind of is a little bit.
But we're not trying to go there with that.
Not women bashing.
No.
Mindset of some women.
Thank you.
Yes, mindsets.
But I saw that. I'm like, because at first I said, she a real one. Then the friend said, no, girl, you don't know if he gonna do it. Oh, here go this damn.
And then she
miserable like company.
She flipped, and then like I said, and that goes to show that there's no positive,
And that's all I'm talking about. She didn't even think about it. She, you right.
What? You just gave up $306 million because of your friend.
And just threw the man out. So that's another thing.
Because they do
women. It is a fact. Women, if you listen, you can comment down below if you disagree with it. But y'all are more in love with money than we are.
Oh yes. Yes.
Everything
she'll leave her dude.
She would
$40 million. She gone.
So let me ask you a question. Dre, I'm gonna ask you first. Let's say you're a millionaire.
Damn, I really wish you would ask Christians first.
No, go ahead. You have your own goddamn thought.
But somebody gonna want you. Go ahead. Somebody
Go ahead.
If you was already rich, could you trust any woman that you meet after you get rich?
No.
I told you you're gonna answer fast. Snap call.
No, but
could I trust them?
No. But can I elaborate?
Let me. Can you believe that a woman is there for you and not your money when you meet her after you get money? Do you think if you think she there for anything outside of money? How do you know this? Do you even think it's possible?
Let me answer the question.
Now I'm thinking myself.
Okay, but I won't hear. You know why I won't? Because like I won't trust that off the bat. Because I know how, not bashing, but I know how the average woman is. Average. For me, you have to go through some shit. First of all, with me, you have to go through some shit. And then real talk. I know it sounds corny. I don't even want a woman to know my status of money when you deal with me. But and then I've always said that if I got rich or whatever, I go back and get with somebody who was with me when I was poor. Right. And people always say, what's this that meant? Because I know that they was genuinely into me, not what I got. And I know that I can trust them fast and I can trust somebody new. That's just me.
Right.
You can go with that, Chris.
Because you almost close to it. Because I always said, hell, is my shit on Google? Is my information on Google?
Is it?
Hypothetical with your question.
I'm worth
would you say
X amount of dollars.
And they know it. And they know it, right?
And they come in, they try to come in.
Yeah, they know it.
They know it, yeah.
I'm not trusting shit.
Exactly. Me neither.
Yeah, they know.
Now,
they know.
The closest I would be able to trust somebody, I'm going to have to go get somebody that in that same echelon.
You can go that route too. Yeah.
And maybe.
Yeah, but
because at that point right there, I think to me, that's where prenups come in. You ain't got.
You get into the.
No.
I said the big grave or something. And you want to be far to it.
I'm talking about strictly how do you even think that you can be with somebody after you get rich and she genuinely there? Like, what is it that she got to show you, nigga? She's not there for your money.
it's gonna have to be. To me, it's gonna have to be your action within itself. Now, if you come in and you not flamboyant, no, you ain't showing that you rich, that, and you see that, okay, you met somebody that you're interested in, and y'all grow and trust. Okay, cool. She might not know you worth this amount, but I can see that. But if you come in and you flaunting what you got, ain't no reason to trust nobody, because at that point you're not even trusting yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard in that situation right there, and especially when you came to him. My thing is, if I'm in a relationship or whoever I'm dealing with, I'm first of all, I want to get nice things. Like anybody, that's the reason why you get money. But I also want to maintain a level whereas if I'm going to approach her, because if it's me, I see her, I'm not going to go to her with the Lambos, this, that, and that. I'm going to come to her as average as I possibly can and just have a conversation with her. First, and then I want to see how she's talking. We see how women talk when we come to them and stuff. If she one of them, oh, well, you know, you got to have blah, blah, blah. Now, man, she don't know nothing about me now. Mm-hmm. You got to have this and another. That conversation is dead as hell. Okay, bitch. But if I talk to somebody who, well, we can go to Shoney's. I'm not Shoney's. We can go to Crystal's or whatever and just talk whatever. It already starts establishing when she ain't all, you got to take her this, that, and another. Then I want to go further than that. Man, she don't know my money status. Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to give her somebody like that after I don't see a certain amount of time with her. But somebody brand new.
Nigga, he's talking about the restaurant, not the freak shop.
Yeah. Restaurant.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn, we do a little bit better than Christmas.
Well, but the point I'm saying is, it's not about my status of money.
Right.
And if that woman is not fucked up about it, like I've been hearing these women on the internet, oh, I ain't going no cheese. You know, I hear that shit right there. You canceled because you already basing shit on money. Yeah, I don't know.
That posed the other question. Though I think that was the same dude. How much money should you spend on the first date?
And that's subjective. That depends on how much money you make. Like you normally
I don't agree with that.
No. Well, you normally don't date outside. You shouldn't. You can't date outside of your status. So if you dating outside of your status, of course she's probably going. Some things we just can't get out of. Money do control some stuff.
But it depends on that individual.
I'm saying, what's the dollar amount you should spend on the first date?
I can't even generalize that. But it also depends on who the person. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It literally depends on how much money I got. Like what I think is cheap, it ain't okay. If I even consider a date, let's say I am rich, and I consider a date, I will probably spend like maybe $200-300. It just don't. I don't.
You cheap as hell.
No, listen what I'm saying. Yeah, I did. I'm throwing out a number. I'm just throwing out a number that probably most people would think, man, that's too much on the first date. What I'm saying is, whatever your first date number is, you may not even think that's a lot, because the one you really would do it for, it'll probably be way more than that. So all I'm saying is, this is something I do for myself, so I'm gonna spend anyway. Does that make sense? I put it like this: I'm not gonna take it. If I'm accustomed to paying this much by myself, if I think that lower you for me to say, no, I ain't gonna take her here, I'm gonna take her here. I'm either doing it to test you, or I'm doing it based on how I think of you.
Oh, okay, I agree with that. Yeah, the test.
Otherwise, if you've been through the test, if I know what type of person you is, I'm gonna spend probably a certain amount of money. If I know you can afford this too, I'm probably gonna just spend whatever.
What about you?
Because she can pay for it herself.
So I'm like, who puts a number on? I always thought about it as the first date. It's two things. Do you really want to get to know that person?
Why you got the
oh, my bad, wrong one. My bad. You really interested in that person? If you really interested in some person, they ain't interested in your money. So that shouldn't cost you shit. When you start to bring money to it, you just trying to impress somebody. And the amount you spend is for your whatever you want to spend on your impression.
I'm finna play devil's advocate real quick.
So
why though? Why does it? See, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, because what I'm saying is some people would say that if they don't have it, like nobody with money will say that.
If you don't have it, and that's another thing.
No, hold on. Let's stay there.
Let's gears right now.
No.
You got to stay on that same point.
I am. Because he said you don't have it. When he said people don't have it, because a lot of people say if you don't have it, you ain't got no business date. Broke niggas need love too.
But you can't get it.
But you can't go got no motherfucking $300 damn meal.
Yeah, exactly.
You saying you can't go. But you said that you's a millionaire, you gonna take for $300. That's why I said you was cheap. That's bullshit. You gonna spend that $1,000.
No,
but my man here,
I will spend that now. What I'm saying is,
well, shit, let's go. What's the name? Spend it on us. Since you gonna spend it anyway.
Don't like that. $300 may be.
Since you gonna spend it anyway.
Y'all kind of losing the point here, man.
No,
okay?
but my thing was, I don't see why would you put.
Because he changed the damn point.
No, why would you put a monetary value on a first date?
Ask the question. Answer your own question.
That's what I just said. I don't see why would you put a monetary value on it, because we can go on a date, first date, we probably met somewhere. They said, okay, let's get together, say we know each other. It don't cost shit to go damn it, walk through the park and just talk.
But let me answer it.
But like I said, when people want to spend money, that's where the impression comes, because when you start to leave with that money, you will have to continue with that money.
But the only reason I disagree, and not completely, I agree to a certain extent, because I want to get to know this person. But when you got money, I'm not trying to impress you at all. I'm just setting the scenery. Like whatever I want this scene to look like, I'm gonna pay for it. So it ain't gotta be nothing just crazy extravagant. But if I set a comfortable enough, and it ain't just for her, it's for me. This is where I feel comfortable, and this is where I can probably listen to this person. I ain't trying to impress them, because if I'm trying to impress them and I know I ain't gonna do nothing with them, I ain't doing nothing but wasting money anyway. So I actually think some people do the opposite, other than rappers. I'm talking about a first date. I'm talking about a date. I'm talking about I like this person, I'm finna get to know him. Mm-hmm. Some people will say, okay, this is out of the 100 women I just met, this is the only one I consider dating. I'm finna spend some money. Or you can say, I'm actually finna take her somewhere, maybe to the park or something, and get to know her because I like her. Either way.
Can I chime on this? Because both of y'all, okay, you're right. Chris is right too. When you give with somebody, you first try to get to know them. First of all, they don't know you don't know them, you try to get to know them, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that I have to, even if I want to be comfortable with it, doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a monetary thing that I got to go put out there to make myself comfortable and to get to know her. No, it doesn't. Not to me. You can meet this woman, like you just said, go to a park. I'll lay out some sandwiches or whatever. They don't cost you a lot. And I want her to sit down and talk with me. We're going to talk to each other. Don't cost a lot of money. The monetary part of that is I only bought sandwiches, maybe a drink, something else, whatever. So it's all about, and then you get to know who you're dealing with. It's about that woman's mindset. I can have all the money in the world. I still do that because I want to see, like you said, it's also a test. It's a test of seeing that is she finna be uncomfortable with this, because she is, this going to be our last dates. I agree with you on the test part. And like you said, it ain't about me. Like, I agree with you on this fact. If I put out a lot of money, she see this woman gonna expect this every damn time. I'm not gonna want to do it every time, because I feel like I've had money, and this is real talk. I've had money, but I want to. Let's go to Crystals. Now I say Crystals again. I want to see the response to them. All right, let's go. How many burgers you getting? Okay, cool. That's the right response. Don't tell me what you ain't gonna allow with me, and it's my money I'm spending. So I get it, but I think more of a test thing if I got that kind of money. Because I ain't had that kind of money, I ain't never really test nobody. So that's just me though. So it's based on the individual you're trying to deal with too. You want to see where they at.
Yeah, and again, your level. Like I ain't rich either, but I mean, you got some little money here and there, and you have money,
but you almost
your level is.
You want to see where. I also want to see where the simplicity of a woman. Like, how can this simple thing make you happy, or you need this certain thing, or whatever? I want to see where your mind is, though. That's what I'm always trying to do.
Right, and trust me, I'm against that. I'm against spending money on really, like, I'm with y'all. Listen, I said I'm playing devil's advocate because I know there's people that think like that. I ain't saying me.
Oh, okay.
You gave us a specific look.
Like you talking about this. I ain't been killing him.
I can't help. I see a motherfucker coming up to the motherfucker and asking for a drink. I'm talking about to the smaller dollar amount. I just don't respect a woman that asks somebody for money when they just met them. What are you? Why does anything happen? So I actually agree with you. I just want to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Money. Why are you asking me for money? Why are you asking me for a drink? Why are you asking me to take you? If I say this, well, can we go here? Why? This about me. Your mission is me, not my money, not the place. It's me.
You know what be had me laughing? Some of them videos, and some of them in real life, they be, man, you can't give me this old broke ass. Wait a minute. You call me broke, but you the one begging.
Oh, the little clip.
No, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of people think, oh, broke ass.
I ain't old broke ass nigga.
But you begging for money.
But exactly. But that goes back to what we just said: conditional and unconditional. Men are different with that. Now, like you said, if you women disagree with that, please come in and say, "But this is what we known to be the truth stuff." I mean, it is. Men don't ask for much, whereas a woman require a lot. The average woman require a lot more so than a man. If you disagree, please let us know.
Like I said, if I tell you I'm going to Crystal, the only thing you should say, get them bring you some chili cheese fries.
Roll with it.
Sour cream if you
tomorrow might be Root Chris, but you roll whatever. No, what I'm saying is, like I said, my thing is don't base it all on money. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying don't base it on the money. No.
And see, that's actually what I'm gonna tell you exactly how that shit started. Excuse my French. Nigga tricks with money. Can't stay at the strip club.
You got them too.
Like your boys, and he spent $10,000 every Monday for 20 years. You damn fool.
Who said that, Drew?
Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri said he went to the strip club every Monday and threw up $10,000.
That was in them over there every. Yeah.
How big a fool are you?
That's why Bow Wow, he adopted Bow Wow. That's why Bow Wow moved to Atlanta. He said it was the strip club, and them niggas got addicted to it. It was like a drug. That's what they did. Them niggas spent all their money on strippers.
Can't buy that much ass. You damn sure can't want that much.
No, showing the fuck can't. Goddamn it.
10,000.
You could have got.
You done moved in.
But my thing is, you can get so much cheaper ass.
But y'all get what I'm saying? That's just how.
But
10,000 ain't nothing to spend every Monday on a woman that he don't know. That's what I'm saying. Niggas will do that.
Them tricks, and that's why these women think that every nigga is a trick.
Call it what you want. I ain't against.
Call it duck.
They exist.
But that's what y'all
at that level. That's what I'm saying. You can't. You don't know what the fuck.
So do y'all agree that they make those individuals make situations harder? Like for certain.
I think they know already. I think they know. Like when you and I'm gonna say this real quick. I just think when you get a certain amount of money, you almost start losing respect for most women because you see the others. It's almost like every woman is on some bullshit. How can I find? So if I can't beat them, just join. Let me just pick one and marry this bitch.
No.
Look at what's happening. Look at the people they marry. Look at what they doing.
Those bad choices on their own though.
What I'm saying is,
I'd rather stay single than if that could be the case.
I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying the perspective. I'm saying based on the places that I'm able to go now, and the people and the women that get invited to these places, or women that I see, they don't see broke women. They don't see average work everyday women. They don't see them. Them women ain't even attracted to them no more. They used to the Puerto Rico. All I'm saying is there's money would distort your perception and make you think something don't exist no more.
Now you think you deserve better than what you've been getting because
basically you think it's better.
You think shit, I ain't got to fuck with Keisha from 6
which goes into competition, which goes into image. Hey man, why should I get anything average when all the rest, man? No, that mean you gotta. That mean all these niggas you see with the same woman that look just like all this shit. They don't know who they are. They still lost. They just live according to the rule of money.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of women don't understand. When a man got that type of money, I got more than one woman.
Man, come on, man. And I ain't saying
you asked for this here, but you also got to accept everything that come with it.
Thank you. So how is it that you want a faithful, rich what this nigga doing?
It's impossible.
This a unicorn. He got to be done had himself together before he got rich. If him getting rich
and you came with him,
and
you came with it, but then you want to go meet this dude, man. Look, I got a hole in every city I go to, and you gonna accept it. And that part right there, you gonna.
What up, y'all? It's Danny Green. Make sure y'all tune in with my homeboy E. Smith on Universal Thought Podcast. Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in to the Universal Thought Podcast with my dog, the big dog, Eric E. Smith.
Peace to the guys and goddesses, man. I want to give a shout out to Universal Thought Podcast.
Universal Thought Podcast.
Universal Thought Podcast.
Universal Thought Podcast.
Universal